Well, I'm going to send it straight on over to meteorologist Darius Mack for a live look outside. And Darius, I got to say, you look a little cold.
Yeah, you know, it's just a little chilly out here, Tommy. But yeah, we got temperatures that are mainly into the single digits and also right around the low teens out there so far. But I am standing here at Reservoir Hill Park, or otherwise known as Hospital Hill. That's when I am expecting some real deal changes on the way. We got those winds out of the north and west. You factor in those winds and it feels chilly out there into the 20s and low teens, even in some spots. I'm standing on 1,500 tons of salt here at the Bowling Green Public Works Operations Division area, and we could actually be talking about the potential of using this salt to salt the streets this winter season. Winter storm watch is out for our area as we go for Friday into Saturday. So let's tell you more about what we could expect with this winter storm potential. This is Friday through Saturday. This is during the morning commute, so you really want to plan for that and also budget yourself some extra time as you're heading off to work or school this morning. Here's the line. It extends all the way far south through Tennessee, right along the I-40 corridor there. You can see the number of lightning strikes really right along the leading edge of this line. That's where we'll find the strongest of those storms so far. But as the storm continues to work its way off towards the east, it will work its way across Cumberland County, and looks like Gamelia within the next 20 minutes or so, as this storm is moving roughly towards the east around 40 miles an hour. We're seeing some of the heaviest burst of rain towards Greene and Taylor counties, towards Hart County, now approaching towards the Cave City area there into Barron County near the Smiths Grove area, and then also towards the Franklin area. That's telling me that what we have right now is a very strong straight line wind system that is pushing through towards the Gold City area, towards the Drake area, and it is pushing its way further towards the south and east at this time. Again, considerable winds. Latest from the National Weather Service chat did mention that it was 70-mile-per-hour winds associated with this storm. So tornado warning to pass along to you. That does include southern portions of Warren County as well as the portions of Simpson and Allen County. This is actually cruising towards the south and east. This is associated with that same line that's been producing winds of 70 miles an hour and continues to work its way off towards the south and east. It's also what we're seeing on radar is indications that there is rotation with this storm. If we take a look at the AAA Systems live cam network, the view across the land, and where you notice we got those beautiful bright blue skies overhead across the board, all courtesy. Well, the skies light up this morning with multiple waves of showers and storms pressing through south central Kentucky skies. Here's the current view as we're watching the line of storms dropping in from north to south. Bowling Green right now, closer view towards home. We're seeing the showers now working its way off towards the east, towards Hart County. Those are just generally light showers, but the strongest of the storms are working their way just along and south of the Cumberland Parkway into portions of Cumberland County, and also approaching areas like Clinton County this hour, also through Tennessee, just north there of Hendersonville, Tennessee, and especially across portions of Allen County, as we're seeing the strongest of those storms there. So back to the view as we take a look at Cumberland County, crossing over into Clinton County this hour with some hail embedded with that storm, and then also into Allen County towards Monroe County. A severe warned storm there into Tennessee. No active severe warnings here in the News 40 viewing area, but as the storm continues to work its way off towards the east, it will work its way across Cumberland County, and looks like Gamelia within the next 20 minutes or so, as this storm is moving roughly towards the east around 40 miles an hour. Here's clouds and radar with the broad view. We're also noticing more showers and storms developing off towards the west as well. So the atmosphere is pretty unstable. Also seeing that towards just south of Kansas City with a potent line of storms that are starting to develop there as well. It's all associated with a frontal boundary and a wave of energy across the plains. Here's the warm front draped through the area. Areas under the warm front or the warm sector have the greatest risk for all modes of severe weather as we go throughout the day today. And with those risks also includes the potential for quick spin up tornadoes as well. So just keep that in mind. You want to really make sure that you stay weather aware today. Download the News 40 weather app, and it's again a very handy tool. Here's the storm threat for your Wednesday. Moderate risk for strong and severe thunderstorms. That includes Nashville, places like southern Missouri there. But no matter how you slice it, weather doesn't always follow these risks, so no matter how you slice it, there's a risk for strong and severe thunderstorms today. On top of that, there's also the risk for flooding. We are under a moderate risk for excessive rainfall, as several inches of rainfall is anticipated, with multiple rounds of rain working its way through the air. So with that moderate risk, that means numerous, likely significant flooding across the area was what we'll have to watch for as well. And here's the latest with the alerts with the flood watch that is out until 7 a.m. We had a tornado watch that was out until 6 a.m. this morning that was allowed to expire, but we could see another severe weather watch issued later today. Potential rainfall pretty much now through Thursday. Again, several inches of rainfall expected. We could probably see more than 1 to 3 inches of rainfall in most locations. Here's Futurecast with your communities in view. This updates every minute, and as we go throughout the rest of the day today, with that boundary starting to lift further towards the north, we'll still have those renewed chances for showers and thunderstorms, and we'll have a better chance that will increase as we go later into this afternoon and evening. Again, with this, all modes of severe weather on the table, and as we go later throughout this evening and tonight as well. Dew points pretty stout into the middle and upper 60s out there. And as we take a live look at AAA Systems live camera, not really seeing much in the way of shower activity out there, but of course we are checking out those turbulent skies. Here's the 7-day forecast. 82 for the high today, with scattered showers and storms, drying things out as we go throughout the second half of your Thursday. Mother's Day in pretty good shape, high of 75 with mainly sunny skies. This week brings another serious sizzle, and with a major heat wave going across our part of the country, humidity is also problematic, especially for areas with high corn density. Did you know that corn can actually affect our weather? In fact, when water is transferred from the ground up, it creates corn sweat, which in turn actually creates higher humidity levels in our atmosphere.
Corn sweat is not a new term. This is something that happens in a lot of years over sections of the Midwest, the central Midwest, that being the Corn Belt, and into portions of the Great Plains, where we see these late season heat waves like we're dealing with right now.
It might sound corny, but on a hot sunny day with extreme heat, and depending on the amount of soil moisture, water evaporates from the ground up and is also released through the leaves. This is corn sweat, or the scientific term evapotranspiration. The leaves are changing and the winds are blowing as we roll into fall. In the springtime, we get numerous storms with severe weather hazards. But did you also know that there's an uptick in severe weather during the fall? Severe weather can happen any time of the year. The transition from scorching summer months to cooler fall weather days could challenge our skies. Strong winds, heavy rain, flooding, and tornadoes are threats that can ramp up with a dynamic clash between warm and cold air masses. Southern California is challenged by vast blazes that have spread out of control. A destructive scene in the Palisades. The fire consumed more than 10,000 homes and structures. Southern California has been unseasonably dry. In fact, they are continuing to deal with drought conditions there. That, along with an area of high pressure bringing lots of dry air across the Pacific, and this wave of energy that spins near Southern California, is really allowing for those Santa Ana winds to really intensify and, of course, allow those fires to spread rapidly. California is no stranger to wildfires. They occur annually, burning tens of thousands of acres. Former LAPD Police Lieutenant Jeff Winterger says mitigating these risks may have reduced the consequences of this natural disaster.
Nothing could have been done to prevent the fire and some damage, but mitigating factors could have had an impact and saved a number of people's homes and businesses.
Well, severe weather has hit too close for comfort over the last few years. I spoke with Dr. Greg Goodridge, the Associate Professor at WKU Meteorology program, about the growing trends in severe weather events in our area. A trend that's been studied over the last few decades shows that there has been an increasing number of severe storm events across the southeast. What does this mean for our area?
The two key ingredients for severe weather are temperature and humidity. And so over the last couple of decades, our temperature has been gradually increasing, but the humidity is also going up as well. And a big part of that is the Gulf of Mexico. Temperatures in the ocean there have warmed, and so that in turn leads to a greater amount of humidity in the atmosphere. And those two things together are the fuel for severe weathers and ultimately tornadoes.
Data suggests that tornadoes are becoming more frequent in Kentucky and the Tennessee Valley regions. This is part of Dixie Alley.
What's interesting is that while the overall number of tornadoes over the last several decades has not changed, where these tornadoes occur is changing. Historically, the greatest number of tornadoes in the United States has been in Tornado Alley, which stretches from northern Texas all the way up into Nebraska. But they're actually seeing a decrease in their number of tornadoes. While here in what is known as Dixie Alley, we're seeing an increase in our number of tornadoes and severe thunderstorms.
That's something that we're too familiar with here, with most storm risk occurring during the spring and summertime. But as we know, severe weather can happen at any time of the year, from the deadly December 2021 tornadoes and the severe weather outbreak Memorial Day weekend 2024. Dr. Goodrich says that the total number of tornado days have decreased nationwide. However, the total number of storms on average remain the same, which means that there are more severe weather outbreaks and fewer days.
It's not just a small uptick. It's you get these days where you get just a lot of tornadoes in one area, and that's the risk, obviously.
Because local weather matters, I'm Darius Mack, News 40.